Good evening, everybody. Here we are another Thursday night on the grind. Um, I'm gonna wait just a minute and let everybody get on here. But first up, let me get to my sponsors of the show. First up tonight is Stellar Customs. StellarCustoms.com, making all the badass carbon fiber windshields for your Harley Davidsons. Road glides, street glides, electric glides, all of them. He's got badass full carbon fiber, real carbon fiber, crazy designs, colors, everything you could possibly want. You need to go to stellarcustoms.com or you can call them at 331 551 2560 and let them know Kevin with the Grind sent you. Next up is our good friends at North DFW Trailers. North DFW Trailers on Facebook, or you can call them at 214-205-6787. If you need to rent a trailer, you need to buy a trailer, or you need a trailer fully outfitted for what you use it for, they can do it. Reach out to them and let them know Kevin with the Grind sent you. Next up is our good friend over at Hopkins Design, web, print, branding, video, hosting, drone footage. They do it all when it comes to marketing for your company. You need a website, he can make it. You need the original artwork done, he can do that. You need logos made, Earl can do that. You need drone footage, he can do that. You need somewhere to host it, your website, he can do it. He can build the website for you. Anyway, reach out to Earl at hopkins-design.com and let him know Kevin with the Grind sent you. Next up is our good friends over at Hell Speed Shop, the home of the most badass flannel shirts you've ever seen. I have about 6 or 7 of them. They are insane. They're badass. Check them out at www.hellspeedshop.com and let them know Kevin with the Grind sent you. Next up, throttlemonkeycustomcycles.com. Fat tire kits, plug and play audio. They are bike audio experts. They do full custom builds, front and rear air rides, center stands, anything you need for a big wheel bagger or audio on your bike, they've got you covered. Hit them up at throttlemonkeycustomcycles.com and let them know Kevin with the Grind sent you. Next up, our good friends over at J&D Custom Polishing and Plating. I don't even know what to say about this guy. If you want badass chrome work, you got to see him. You want something polished, you got to see him. 651-251-7400. J&D Custom Polishing and Plating, the best in the business. 24 karat gold plating, chrome plating, polishing. You need it done, they do it. Let them know Kevin with the Grind sent you. Next up is Street Bagger Magazine. Street Bagger Magazine. I don't even know what to say about this. It's all in the name. Street Bagger. You build a bagger. If it's bad enough, you can get in that magazine. Check them out at Street Bagger Magazine. Go to urbanridesmagazine.com. Get you an online subscription or get you a hard copy. They'll mail them to you, but they are so badass. Go check them out. Next up is Legacy Bike Works right here in Manville, Texas. Man, whether you want a big wheel bagger, you want a chopper, you want a bobber, you want stereo work, mild to wild, we do it all right here at Legacy Bike Works in Manville. Yes, we're new, but we've been in the game a long, long time. Be looking for us at rallies. A couple things coming up. We will be at the Sling Fest Saturday. We're going to be walking around, passing out business cards, talking to people. Look for the logo. You'll know it's us. We'll be passing out stickers and cards and stuff like that. But right here, Manville, Texas, Legacy Bike Works. Check them out on Facebook at Legacy Bike Works on Facebook. Next up is our good friends over at Indiana and Northern Illinois Thunder Roads Magazine, another killer magazine. They have everything you could possibly want. Indiana and Northern Illinois, the bikes, the pictorials, the articles. My good friend Dan Juban and the guys over at Shy South just made the cover for the magazine. It's just a killer magazine. You got to check them out. Go to Indiana and Northern Illinois Thunder Roads Magazine on Facebook and let them know Kevin sent you. Come on. Next up, American Drag Seats. AmericanDragSeats.com. American Drag Seats /Attitude Inc. on Facebook. Any kind of custom motorcycle seat you need, whether it's a bobber, it's a chopper, it's a bag, It doesn't matter. We build pans, metal, fiberglass, full custom foam, recovers, reshapes. We have custom airbags that go inside your seat, and they are fully adjustable. Check us out at AmericanDragSeats.com or on Facebook at American Drag Seats /Attitude Inc. Next up, Urban Rides Magazine. Urban Rides Magazine is just that. Urban Rides, man. Bikes. I think they've even thrown a car in there. UrbanRidesMagazine.com is where you can get a subscription. You can get a digital subscription, or you can get them to mail you a hard copy, and the hard copies are badass. I've got them. I know they're badass. Go check them out, UrbanRidesMagazine.com, and let me know what you think. All right, everybody. So we got some people in the house. Let me go and do my shout outs, my hellos. What's up, Uncle Bruno? What's up, Robert Davis? Miss Marsha Fitzpatrick's in the house. Mr. William Cole's in the house. Pat Price. Brian Barber's in the house. Smooth is in the house. What's up, Kevin Baird? We've got Rich Cozy in the house. Miss Janice Juban's in the house. Who else we got in here? Oh, my brother's up in the house. Mike Crane, he's watching over on YouTube. So, for those that don't know, Devin, today's Devin's 31st birthday. Everybody wished Devin Sockwell a happy birthday. And he moved out. So, I'm a little sad tonight. He's been living here the last 4 years. And it kind of sucks when your kid moves on. But that's okay, man. He's 31. Happy birthday. I love you. I hope you have a great night in your new apartment. You and Ashley's new apartment, not just yours, you and Ashley. But anyway, what's up, Mr. Bob Bentley? It looked like you called. You called me earlier today. I tried to call you back, but it just kept going straight to voicemail. So I figured, you know what? He'll get a hold of me when he can. So, dudes, I've got something a little serious to talk about tonight. No, I don't have an interview, but I will say this. I'm looking to interview a couple of people. It just takes a little time to get everybody's schedules correct. So, yes, unfortunately, it's just going to be me tonight. But I do have a topic tonight that I really want to talk about because it's a real thing, and it's a real thing in the motorcycle industry. It's not just the motorcycle industry. It's a real thing, you know, in the world. It's real. What's up, Travis? What's up, Mr. Jeremy Goheen? So I'm going to jump out of the comments real quick, and I'm going to try to focus for a minute. So if I had a remote camera that I could pan and show you guys all of the stuff I've been working on in the last couple of weeks, it's kind of crazy because in the end of November, the beginning of December, I worked myself out of work. And in the in the 19 years that I've been doing seats, almost 20 years I've been doing seats, I've never ran out of work to do. There's always been something to do. But late November, early December, I actually caught myself up with all my customers, didn't have any orders on. So all of December, all of January, I just took the time off. Well, middle of January, business started picking up. What's up, Mr. Charles Pouncey? It's good to see you watching, Mr. John Lynch. Anyway, in January, the work started coming in. So I was getting busy. Of course, we've got bikes that we have to build. Legacy Bike Works, which is my son, Devin Sockwell. He's been getting bikes steadily since we opened the doors in late September, October, whenever we decided we were going to go in business. I forget when it was. But he's consistently had work to do, and it's growing and growing and growing and doing its thing. But the last 14 days of my life, I've been on massive crunch time because I've got the plasma table going. I've got orders to fill with a plasma table. I've got seats. I mean, I'm looking right now just to my left, which you think I'm looking right, but to my left, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 6 seats that I just finished. Plus, there's one I just finished for Paul Jr. I can't show anybody. That's 7. I just did a wallet tonight for a buddy for a charity. Like I said, we've been doing metal work, and we donated some metal work. It's just gotten really hectic. Well, the reason I'm bringing that to your attention is because up until 8:45, I was busted ass to get this wallet made for a friend of mine's charity because I told him that I would do it. Now, here's what I'm talking about with tonight's show is it's a real thing. It's never talked about. What's up, Mr. Orlando? Um, it's a real thing when you get so overwhelmed in your life, you don't see a way out and you get very depressed really fast. Even when you've got a lot of work, the money's coming in. Sometimes when you're really, really busy, the money's going out faster than the money's coming in. And some people struggle with depression. They struggle with the trying to get everything done, make everybody happy, taking on the work because they want the work, taking on more customers than they should be. But here's the deal, a lot of customers won't wait on you. If you can't get to them in a timely fashion, they're just not going to wait, and that's your biggest fear. Your biggest fear is, well, what happens if the customer doesn't wait? Well, then I'm not going to get the work. I'm not going to make the money. It's going to suck. I said charity. It's for, and I'll explain the charities in just a moment. But you get overwhelmed, and when you get overwhelmed, you can get in your head. And I know a lot of you guys like me that are self-employed and offer multiple services, not just one service. You offer a lot of different things. You can get overwhelmed to the point when you go to bed, you don't sleep. Your mind's racing and it's going and it's going and going. Well, a couple of days of that, you end up getting sick. Well, when you get sick, then you can't do the work. And it's a vicious cycle. Well, one of the really bad things is when people get to the end of their ropes and they can't see light at the end of the tunnel, and suicide becomes a real thing. I know a lot of people talk and a lot of people say, hey, look, I'm here. Just call me. I'm here. I'm always here for you, whatever you need. I don't really believe that's a true thing because a lot of people aren't willing to actually give someone what they need to sustain to keep from going the full distance. It's overwhelming, but to the person that's going through it, like I'm going to tell you guys something real serious. Real close friend of mine lost her son, not yesterday, but last night in the wee hours of the morning. And it's tragic because I've been in this person's life, their mother's life, since she was 14. I was there when this child was born. I wasn't there throughout a lot of his life because, he went on and did his own thing. But when he got to the point that he got to, no, I don't know that anybody knew it. I don't know what I could have said or what I could have done to stop what happened. But the finality is he's no longer with us. And it's painful because it's another child. It's another kid in my life that chose something else. I wish I could have been there. I wish I could have said something. I wish I could have had his back and told him everything's going to be okay, but I couldn't because I never knew. My whole point is that if you've watched this show for any lengthy amount of time, I'm always really trying to get people together, to bring the community together, whether it's to get your company out there, to get your company making money, to make friends, which I have made a lot of really, really good friends. And there's a lot of posers. And when I say people that are posers, they come into the show, they do their thing, and then they're done with me. They're done with it. and that's okay. That's totally okay. This show's not for everybody, but there are people out there that just used it for their advantage and then they moved on. But my point behind that is that I know I'm seeing a lot of people right now commenting and looking and you're listening to the show. I don't think there's a single person on here right now that doesn't have a direct number to me, that doesn't have my cell phone, because I put it out there for everybody. I can make you this promise. I may not be able to come to you, physically get to you, but I promise you, if you call me at 3:00 in the morning, you're like, hey, Kevin, I just need to talk. Can I have 10 minutes of your time? I'll wake up at 3:00 in the morning to talk to you. I don't want anybody to ever think it's the end of their road. It's they have no way out, because it can't rain forever and situations change. They just do. I have a lot of friends on here that I've actually talked to in the midst of they're running out of money. They're fucking working their asses off. They're not getting any sleep. You can tell that they don't feel good. And you just stay on top of it and stay on, and you grind and you grind and you go and you go and you go and you go. And you keep telling yourself, you know what? Once I get this job done, I'll take a break. Well, that break never actually comes, because there's always somebody behind that customer. If you're good at what you do, if you're half-assed and you're not in this for the money, other than just for the money, you're going to be faced with a dilemma where you're going to have to tell people no. And it sucks. But if you're honest with them and you tell them, hey, look, I did 7 seats in the last 4 days. I have to take this weekend off for my own personal sanity, to see my wife, to see my kids, to talk to my friends, to just unwind and get this back in a good place. I'm going to tell you right now, money ain't, everybody needs money, but money isn't going to fix the problem. It's not going to fix the problem. What's going to fix the problem is balance. You got to have balance in your life. You have to work. You have to have an off time. You know, there's my good buddy here, Charles Pouncey. I worked at Exxon with this guy. He knows what I mean. You get in that turnaround mode in your head, dude. You're working 12, 14, sometimes 15 or 16 hours a day for 7 to 14 days straight. You have no time. All you can do is sleep. You hoard down your food real quick before you go to bed. You get you about 5 or 6 hours of sleep. You get right back up and you go right back to the job site. And dude, it's really, it's taxing. And Charles knows what I'm talking about, man. Travis, you're 100% correct. You have to know your limits. And unfortunately, a lot of us don't know our limits. I'm very, 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 very guilty of it, as anybody else is. It's hard for me to tell a customer no when I know they've already been screwed over somewhere else and they just need some help. They need some sympathy. They need somebody that's in their corner. I appreciate you guys. Sorry for, all the condolences and everything. I really appreciate you guys. All I can say is pray for their family. That's all I want you to do, is just pray for their family, because the next couple of days is going to be really hard for them. But my whole point with this is that, what's up, Gus? Is that if you get to a point where you're working so much and you're afraid to disappoint your customer, you got to remember your customers are human beings too. Tell them the truth up front. Appreciate that, Robert. Tell them the truth up front. Tell them lay it all on the table up front and be like, look, I want to do this job for you, but I literally like for me, I have 7 seats I have to get done. They won't be done until Monday. Okay. When I say they're done, that means they're in the box. and they're shipping Monday. That's when I consider a seat done. But you got to tell people, man. You got to tell people if you're struggling with something, man. I don't know anybody on here watching this live. I don't know anybody that's going to put you down for a breakdown. Breakdowns are real. Breakdowns happen. Little things can affect you. One thing that's affecting me tonight is my son moved out. My daughter-in-law moved out. They've been here for 4 years. The dog, they took their dog with them. I'm a little bit bummed. I really, really am bummed. I'm sad because I'm not going to get up tomorrow morning to go to work and see their cars out front. It does affect me. It just puts me in a place. But I've also got all these seats I had to get finished, had to get the wallet finished. Oh, on top of that, when the live is over with, I got to go into my office and get all my paperwork together so I can go do taxes tomorrow. And then today's Devin's birthday. Devin's birthday, 1992. He's 31 years old. We didn't even get to celebrate his birthday because I was so busy, because he was so busy. He's moving into his new apartment. He's excited. His girlfriend, they're doing all their stuff all day. I get it, but it's one of those things that sucks. Because I want to dote on my son for his birthday. But, nobody's going to know where my headspace is at. My headspace controls everything I do. If my headspace isn't right and I'm not focused, man, I'm just spinning my wheels, pissing people off. That's just the way it's going to be. You have to take time for yourself. You have to be able to say, nah, man, I can't get to that today. He said, file an extension and settle up in June. No, man, that's another thing is my wife told me we got to do them tomorrow. So when the live is over with tonight, I'll just walk in the office, grab the paperwork up, do my best, and get it over there tomorrow when I get off work from a day job. But you guys also know my Friday nights, unless my wife is out of town, my Friday nights are family time. I don't work on Friday. I know that feeling. We have the kids move to Texas. It's hard, brother. Amen, Peter. I get that 100% because, yeah, your kid, PJ, moved to Texas. I don't know what I would do if Devin and Ashley moved out of state. That would suck. And, but I don't know. I just want you guys to know that, yeah, most of the time this show is just, horseshit and bullshit and playing around and, funny things like that. But Uncle Bruno, can you message Charles Pouncey for me and give him my cell phone number? If you can't, that's okay. I'll message him in just a minute when the show's over and I'll give him my cell phone number. Man, I lost my train of thought. What did Brian say? Brian said, one thing I have learned this whole time I've been in this industry, there's a lot more customers that don't give two shits what's going on in your life. They always think they should be first in line and you should work 24/7 to get them to their bike night or their poker run. That's a true statement, Brian. It is. Family will always be there through the thick and thin. Customers come and go. Amen. That's a true thing. Thank you, Uncle Bruno. I appreciate that. Charles Pouncey, Uncle Bruno is going to send you a message with my cell phone number. You got it. When you get it, just shoot me a text. But anyway, above and beyond all those things, I had made a post a week or two ago asking for painters or just anybody that can donate stuff. Cade's friend, and I'm going to show you guys because I don't know that a lot of you guys know who I'm directly talking about when I say this, but one of Cade's best friends, his name is Liam, is in the fight of his life. I'm just going to tell you that. This is Liam and Cade. So as you can see, y'all see Cade. The other little boy is Liam. Liam legitimately is fighting for his life right now. And there's going to be a benefit, not this weekend, but the following weekend. If you have something cool, or you make something cool, or you can paint a skate deck or anything, if you want to donate to this and you can have it to me by the middle of next week or so, man, please do. If you can't, it's no big deal. I know somebody started to GoFundMe, but I need to find that. I'll share it. And if you guys could, if you can donate, donate. If you can't, you can't. At least share it, because this is another kid that's really close to my life that I've gotten to see grow up. And it breaks my heart that he's only 10 years old and he's fighting for his life, fighting it for his life, cancer. And it's bullshit. Not that I could think of anybody else to give this to, but not a 10-year-old, man. I don't get it. When you are gone, none of those customers are going to miss you. Don't fuck your life off to please them. Life is too short to not take care of you first. I get it. Hey, brothers and sisters, I made the group top 5 in Build a Dream Chopper with Paul Tuttle Sr. I need continued votes every 24 hours to make this dream come true. Marsha Fitzpatrick. Okay. Dan Jubin, sorry, brother. Can't. My booth won't be ready for another weekish. I get it. See, I appreciate that. But I also knew that, Dan. In the middle of everything I'm saying, you guys know that Marsha Fitzpatrick and Uncle Bruno are trying to get in and get a chopper build with Paul Tuttle Sr. If you can go to their pages and vote for them, I'd appreciate that. So I'm going to try to find the links. What's up, Blow? What's going on, buddy? Good to see you. I am going to try to find the link. I will post it on my wall. Look at my wall. Look for updates from me in the next 24 hours. I will find the GoFundMe. I'll find the link to the benefit that's going to be happening, so I can get you guys, on board. Anyway, so now with all that being said, I'm going to move on to something else. What I am going to move on is there's a couple of cool things coming up. This weekend, actually starting today, there's Sling Fest right here. You notice that, Gus? I'm surprised you're the first one to actually notice it. Thank you. Sling Fest is happening right here in Houston, Texas, literally almost at the corner of I-45 South and College. Sling Fest, there are some bad slingshots, plus it's way bigger than it's been in previous years. You guys have got to get down here, Houston, Texas, I-45 South, which is also known as the Gulf Freeway, at the College exit. They are on the southbound side. I drove right past them today, and I'm going to tell you what, man, looks like it's going to be banging. I'm going to be going Saturday, but I'm not going to go Saturday till around 2 o'clock. And we're going to have a good time, say hi to a lot of people in that industry that support the show, and I appreciate that. But anyway, next thing, April 28th, 29th, there is the Silsby Motorcycle Rally, which is just east of Beaumont, kind of by Vider. And anyway, it's a nice little motorcycle rally. I've never been to it. I'm actually taking a Friday off work. Going to take the blue bike, grab Devin and Ashley up, and Stacy and Cade, and we're going to go to the rally on Friday between 1 and 3 o'clock. They're doing what they call the Crank It Up contest. We are going to enter the Twisted King because we feel like we have a pretty banging 6-speaker. I would hope that we see all of our Houston competition and friends, because we don't consider everybody enemies just because they're competition. Our competitions are friends. I think it's going to be badass. I think we're going to have a good time. I will probably go live there, only because a couple of people that I have asked in the Houston area never even heard of the company that's putting a stereo competition on. They've never even really heard of this rally. So I'm going to go live, try to give it some airplay, let people know what's going on today and everything out. I wish I could help. Found out today I have cancer in 2 places. I've had it before in 2009. Kick its ass before. I'll keep him in my prayers. Hey, Gus, I appreciate that. And everybody keep Gus in your Gus Gray in your prayers, because turns out he has cancer also. Next thing, for those that have been watching and know, when is it? I missed it. It's going to be, I don't know if you know where Honky Tonk is, but anyway, it's literally right past Silsby on, I think that's 96 or 69. And it is the 28th and the 29th. Whatever that Friday is. I don't know if Friday is the 28th or Friday is the 29th. I don't know what it is, but it's this April 28th or 29th. The stereo competition, which we're going to, is from 1 to 3. So be there before 1 just to make sure you hear everything and check it all out. Next up, Jason Siltman. You all know Jason was in a bad motorcycle wreck. He is on the mend. Things are going good. I'm sure he's going to be back. I know he was banged up pretty good, but prayer works. Everybody kept him in his prayers, and he's doing better now. So that's badass, and that's awesome. Next thing up that I have to talk about is, for those that don't know, if you don't, Brian Barber, well, hell, I'm the Mad Hatter at Mad Hatter Customs. Oh. Yeah, it's just north of Beaumont, about 20 minutes. I'll try to make it over there. Hell yeah, Friday. We'll be there Friday from around noon until about, I'd say 3 or 4 o'clock at least. So give me a text. You got my number. If you don't have it, I'll send you a message when the show's over. I actually had a brain fart. I don't even know what the hell I was saying. Somebody help me out with what I was just saying before I read. See, that's the bad thing. I keep reading comments and then I get lost, and that's not good for the show, man. That's what I was saying. Thank you, Adrian, Mr. Dre. So that's another thing I was talking about a while that a lot of people don't talk about, is reinvesting into your company. You were saying you're a jerk. That's not what I was saying. I was actually talking about you. So what I was saying is that when a company does good, they take their profits. They don't eat all the profits up by going on trips and shit like that. They're going to invest it back in their company. And I'm going to tell you guys right now, Shy South has reinvested back into their company. State of the art, bad ass paint booth they just got. It's killing Dan, because Dan hasn't been able to paint for 2 weeks. So he's over there just twirling his thumbs. And yes, he's been talking to me a lot, but it's funny simply because he hasn't got to work. He just well, what are you doing today? I don't know. I'm waiting for him to get here with the booth. Okay, we're there with the booth. Okay, now what? Well, they got to come back a week from now to set everything up, build it, and blah, 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 blah. But there's electrical that goes into it. There's all kinds of stuff that goes into it. But what I was saying is that you got to reinvest your money into your company. I mean, that's how you get it going. He said, find that link and post it. I will put it out there for you the best I can. Me and my wife lost one of our parents to cancer, and facing the fact that you can't fix what's broken in people is a hard reality. Post that link and I will make it happen. Awesome. I appreciate you. Brian Barber, accept my friend request before I spill all your dark secrets. Okay. So it's been kind of an all over the board thing tonight. But I I don't have anybody to interview. I keep reaching out to certain people to get interviews and to do things. I know one interview that we're going to be doing, but I got to find the time, and he's got to find the time. Is Dustin Mabin wants to do a live video from his shop working on metal. Now, the reason he wants to do this is because a lot of people that work metal, they don't really work metal. They make things with metal. What he does is he does metal finishing. So when he makes a part, he can finish that metal to the point he says it does not need bodywork. And I believe him because I've seen a lot of what he does. He makes his own tools. He machines part. He reinvests in his company. He paints. I mean, I'm surprised he hasn't learned how to do seats yet, but that's a whole nother story. Anyway, but we're going to be looking to get him on here and to do a actual, I don't know if it'll be called a tutorial or if it's just going to be informational for you guys that want to watch something like that. I'll say it again. If you have a product, I don't care who you are. It could be t-shirts. I mean, we sport t-shirts too. T-shirts, hats, custom wallets, custom motorcycle seats. If you have a product that I can actually review online, we're going to start doing reels on YouTube showcasing different people's products. If you have a product you want to send out to me, message me, I'll do it. It's good for you because it's actually advertisement on the YouTube channel that never goes away. But it's also good for us because we actually get more followers and more subscribers. It works out for everybody. Level up. I like that. Level up. Pat Price, I have 6 children. They all leave eventually. You have taught them well. Celebrate your victories and learn from your mistakes. You can't control everything. You've done your part. Let your new life begin. Amen. But you got to remember, I still have a 10-year-old at home, so it ain't quite over yet. And I love having him here. It's the best thing in the world. But I also have a grandchild coming, so that's going to work out too. So I'm going to get it. Call it for reals. I might do that. Dan. You stole from me one time, so I'm going to steal that for you. But anyway, so there are a couple of things that we want to do. We want to do for the channel. So I know another thing we want to do is get some of our past people. So I'm going to do this thing that's called a shout out, a call out. So I'm going to call out right now tonight. I'm going to call out Mike Campbell. I haven't heard from Mike Campbell in a year, 2 years. I'm going to call him out because I want to know what he's doing. I want to know how his company's doing. I want to know how he, the person, is doing because I still consider him a friend. I just haven't spoken to him in a long time. Don't know what's going on with his company. Don't know what's going on with Evil Iron. I do see his post with his drywall company, construction company. It sounds like it's doing good, but I'm calling him out right now. Hey, I want to get you back on the show, Mike Campbell. I want to know, and everybody else wants to know what you got up going on. I'm going to start doing that to see if we can't get some of the older guys that, really were into the show the first couple of years, get them back on now and see if, see how they're doing. Just checking in, see what's going on with them. Dream Chopper, call it faux reels. Talk about that badass airbrush job. Okay, I'll do that, Daniel Parrish. Kevin, life is going to get more exciting in August. Amen, brother. So, okay, so I have something I want to discuss real quick that was just brought to my attention. So we've been talking about other stuff, and we've been discussing some pretty heavy topics tonight. Well, one of my good friends, they lost their dog, and it's very traumatic for them. Just like most pet people, most animal people, build almost family-like attachments, human-like attachments to their animals. Well, when this person's dog passed away, they commissioned Brian Barber to paint a statue of their dog. I wish I had pictures to show you guys. I I wish I had pictures to show you guys because airbrushing, man, that's such a wicked beast. You really, I'm going to say it takes years and years of practice and trial and error and just everything to make it work. Now, I have airbrushed some of the wallets that I make, and I'll tell you right now, it's cool. It's a cool effect to fade something. And anyway, well, Brian Barber painted this dog, and he did such an amazing job doing it. Um, it's hard for me to believe. It's like, dude, why don't more people know? Why don't more people know about your airbrushing skills? It's crazy. It's just so crazy. You're so good at it. And anyway, so I just got a picture. So I'm going to let you guys see this. Remember, this is a statue. This is not a real dog. And Brian Barber painted this. That's a statue for everybody that's watching. That is not a real dog. But if you look at that, that looks so freaking good. And I wish I could get the glare off. But I mean, he did everything. Um, he said Brian for president. Wow. Yes, wow is amazing because, and that's just a text message picture that was sent to me. But dude, if it looks that good in a picture, could you imagine what it looks like in real person? I'd get up and be scared. I'd be like, oh shit, there's a dog in my house. But he said, where's my wallet, mofo? I can't show you. It's coming. But that's some really cool talent that a lot of people don't know Brian Barber does. Brian Barber is a airbrusher. He's a motorcycle painter. He's a welder. He's a fabricator. I'm not kissing this dude's ass anymore. He is just really fucking good. Brian Barber is really that good. When I saw the dog, I was like, wow, that's pretty badass, man. That's probably one of the coolest things I've ever seen somebody paint. Um, Travis Ledette said, "Take my money." Well, you got to think. So, if you're as attached to your animals as my friend is, and as I get, and as a lot of us get, when your dog passes away suddenly, XMO, oh, you got it. When an animal passes away that fast, and you can actually buy a life-size statue of that animal, to know there's someone out there that can actually paint that and make it look like your dog. Now, hopefully, you've taken a lot of pictures of your dog all the way around, so you know he's got something to go off to make it perfect. But I'll tell you, I saw the pictures, I see the dog, it's badass. That's all I can tell you. It's just badass. So hats off to Brian Barber. You guys need some airbrushing work. Go check him out. Sinners and Saints Custom Paint. Sinners and Saints Custom Paint on Facebook. And if I said it wrong and there's more to it, kiss my ass. Everybody knows Brian Barber. Just go hit Brian Barber up. But anyway, guys, so I'm about the end of my show. I'm rambling now, but I wanted to let that be known that for those that don't know, Brian Barber really is a badass when it comes to airbrushing. Dan Juban and the guys at Shy South have invested a lot of money back into their company. Well deserved. Look for them. They're on the cover of this issue, this coming issue of Indiana Northern Illinois Thunder Roads magazine. Please keep my little buddy William in your prayers. This little boy needs to pull through. He means too much to his family, my family, Cade. Please keep Devin in your prayers. I don't want to say people's name, but just keep my ex-wife and her family in your prayers. That's all I'm gonna say about that. But anyway, you guys go have a good night. Take time to yourselves when you need it. Reach out to me if you need me. I'm here. Um, my number's all over the internet. If you don't have my number, man, get on Facebook, send me a message. I swear to God, I will call you back. That's one promise I will make to you, because it doesn't have to be the end. It doesn't have to be that bad. I mean, if you want to call and just cuss me out, man, it's good. It's fine. It's totally fine. You can call and cuss me out. That's cool. I'm cool with that. Good night, Mike. Um, Keep our country in your prayers. Amen. That's another one. Next thing, please go to the YouTube channel, The Grind Biker Build Off on YouTube. The actual documentary has over 35,000 views. We're up to almost 400 subscribers. If you're interested and you dig motorcycles, that documentary is awesome. Let your friends know. It's free. It's free to watch the full entire hour and a half documentary. It's badass. Go support your boy. Anyway, you guys go have a kick-ass night, man, and we'll see you guys next Thursday night.